Yo, what's going on, y'all? We're tuning into our recap of the have and the have nots. It's been a while. There's been so much going on in this show, and there's been so much going on with me. So I haven't been able to do the recaps the way that I would normally do them. But before I get into the show and forget the important things, I just want to say if you can, if you're in the Hollywood area or California area, please come visit me at the Haha Cafe next week on the 12th, Wednesday the 12th. Haha Cafe at 8 o'clock. Okay, that's a Wednesday. Bring another like pancreas because you're gonna laugh your other one out. Okay, I just want to say that. The other one is what's up, Ayada? Back in Atlanta, my boo bear back in Atlanta. Ayada, she's like texting me, or I think she's probably doing this because she has iPhone or whatever. But she's like giving it to me. She's like, "Are you watching it, Veronica?" And we're in a 3 hour time difference because she's in Atlanta and I'm in California. So she's like texting me, and she's like, "I don't want to tell you what's happening, but this is what's happening." Okay, right. You're supposed to warn a motherfucker if the plane is crashing. You don't just jump off with your parachute and leave the other people on. You're supposed to warn them. And she warns me. She's like, "You're going to black out when you see what's happening." I just want to say that Tyler Perry has elevated the situation, as Tasha Smith usually says in her acting classes. T-Saw, what's going on? Okay, shout out to T-Saw. She always says, elevate the situation. And what we mean by that, it's like elevating television and elevating our just the insides of us, because we become attached to these characters and we're emotionally attached to these characters and everything. And we feel everything that Hannah feels, and we're going through everything and even though Veronica is a bitch, there are some bitches out there that can agree with Veronica and they're like, that's right, stab these bitches, honey, and twist it. So there are even bitches who get Veronica. And Veronica, her real life person probably isn't even like that. And she probably like, oh my God, I can't believe they're making me, like do this. But she plays that role, okay? Veronica plays the role. So let's get into the recap, okay? Let's just get straight into it. Let's start with Candace, like messing around with the hopeful president. This little El DeBarge stunt man that she's messing around with. I don't even get him being the president. He looks like the little boy who just got killed on How to Get Away with Murder. I forget his name, but the one that Annalise was real close with. So he looks like him, so I just don't know about him. So, but anyway, let's get straight into the nitty gritty, which is actually, oh my God, it was Erica and David having sex while War was watching. I said, what in the name of voyeurism is going on? I could not believe War walked up on them like a thief in the night, like a thief in the night. He walked up on them, he was like, if he doesn't stop pumping you, I'm going to lift his neck up. He won't even know what happened, honey. Somebody needs us to stop. Now! Okay. She was like, David, woo, it's good now. Woo, it's good. But I need you to stop. And he's like, what? Honey, I thought we had a chemistry and a flow. Girl, I just bought you a $78 steak dinner, medium well, and asparagus with all this sauce and shit, and you order all these appetizers. And what are you talking about? Not that you got to pay for it, but this is probably what happened. And so she was like, well, I just think it's too soon. It's too soon. War's in the closet. He about to split your motherfucking neck. I'm trying to save your life, partner. So that's what she really wanted to say. But she was like, it's just too soon. I'll call you in the morning. And he was like, okay. And he walked out the house, hotel like this. And honey, he was so aroused that he couldn't even make it to his car. He had to stop at the bar downstairs and have a couple of cocktails, just trying to go down. It's just too much. And then that's when Jim called him. because Jim called him because he's his best friend, and Jim called him because Catherine emptied out the house because Catherine, who's Jim's wife, and if I have to explain this shit to you, you don't even need to be watching this video. So I'm not trying, no harm, but I'm just saying, if you come to a comedy house, don't bring a 2-year-old. That's all I'm saying. So if I have to explain this, I'm not going to be explaining this. That's all. So Catherine said to her husband, Jim, I need you to leave. And so he was like, I'm not going anywhere. So he went into his office in this big giant mansion. It's a very extravagant mansion, giant, like 32 rooms or some shit like that. And so he went in his office and he's calling and he's trying to have get it with Candace again. He's trying to set Candace up. And like once again, if I have to tell you who Candace is, fuck you up. So anyway, he's like trying to get Candace and on the phone. And so his wife was like a ninja. She came down, honey, and she came down and then she had like 12 movers and they were coming down from the ceiling and then they were picking shit up very quietly. They were wrapping up the crystal. While he was in his office, he didn't hear, baby, his zodiac sign is Stevie Wonder because he didn't see shit. Do you hear me? When he opened up that office door, they were don't cry for me, Argentina, bifold doors, those French doors. He opened those jokers up, and it was an echo in that motherfucker. He was like, hello, 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 hello. Catherine. And that bitch came down like she was on the last Sade video. Cherish the day. She came down those stairs, baby, in an all-white outfit, with her hair done, and she came out and she told him, she said, I asked you to leave since you won't leave, I'll leave. I will sell this motherfucking house for $50, honey. Try it on me. Okay. That's a whole nother evil. Let's talk about Jeffrey and Melissa. Jeffrey and Melissa. Once again, if I have to tell you what this is, fuck you up. Okay, so Jeffrey and Melissa are fiancés, and basically Jeffrey is he impregnated Melissa for his mother because Jeffrey killed someone. And so his mother is like the head lawyer in like America. This evil-hearted bitch. She is, and I love her, but there's an evil-hearted bitch. And that's what I love about her. This bitch is Dominique Deverero to the 10th power over 3 times 10 EC square. I just got that EC square shit from Mariah. I don't know what that EC square shit is. I do remember it, but I don't remember it. Okay. But yeah, that's an evil bitch to the 10th power, Veronica. So Veronica is making her gay son, Jeffrey, date Melissa. And so Melissa she's beautiful. Oh my God, she invented beauty. I don't know, that might be Eve's first great grandchild. That's a pretty girl. So Jeffrey is being like shithead to her. He's like being so evil, and she's like, you can borrow my car. Your mom doesn't let me park my car in front of the house. And if you want to go see your boyfriend, she's trying to be nice to him and make like peace, honey, like the Indians and the Pilgrims did. And he's still being an asshole to her. And I'm like, Jeffrey, I hope you trip and fall down like 2 stairs. Like, I don't want you to fall down like the whole rack because I don't want you to like die and break your shit. But fall down 2. Don't be evil to her. She's a pumpkin lamb. I don't like that, being mean to the baby. And so her dad is dying. And so when the phone rang and she found out her dad died, she tried to kill herself. And so she laid in the bed and she's talking this shit to Jeffrey. And she's like, you hate me. And my mother's like your mother. She's evil. And then Jeffrey runs and he goes and get his mother out of the bed. And she had like this Wheezy Jefferson shit on her head. I don't even know what the hell that was, but it was better than the braids that she wore in jail. Those Leroy from Fame braids, I couldn't get enough of them. It was just too much when they made her pull that wig off and she had them damn braids in her head. I'm gonna fuck somebody up. So anyway, she had this Wheezy Jefferson scarf on her head with these like roses and shit. I almost blacked out. And she was like, Jeffrey, What you can't you tell I'm sorry? You're covered in blood. What's wrong? He was like, Melissa tried to kill herself. She was like, no, this bitch didn't in my $1,100 sheets. And so as soon as she went in there, she grabbed this bitch. And she was like slapping her. She was like, wake your ass up. I couldn't believe it. She was like, I hope you die, bitch. I hope you die. And if you die, I'm gonna make your mother and your grandmother's die, bitch. I couldn't believe I said, Veronica. Honey, take a Midol. Bitch, drink some Pepto-Bismol. I don't know what's wrong with you, but there's something wrong with you. Who just goes around doing this to like a person who just almost killed herself? It's just too much. She talked to her the way she needed to be talked to. And then she told the doctor. The doctor was like, well, she needs to see a familiar face. She was like, well, it won't be mine. I have shit to do. And he was like, but you're here at the hospital right now. She was like, how is the baby? He was like, how is the baby? And she lost a lot of blood. How is the motherfucking baby? Do I speak Yiddish up in this motherfucker? How's the fucking baby? How's the baby? You know, the baby? Then the doctor, he was like, looking like Weird Al Yankovic shaking and shit. He was like, well, they're both going to be okay. She said, you better hope they are. I don't give a damn about this bitch. I don't care. I don't care if she has a shadow. This bitch could be a vampire for all I care. She just better have this baby. That's all I care about. Because I fucked up with Jeffrey, and this baby is my saving grace. I'm going to raise this baby to drink blood, honey, and be a warrior. Play with rocks, motherfucker. I'm not even gonna get you no trucks. You're gonna be a boy. Not like your father who sits down when he pees. Okay, let's talk about Mitch. Oh my God, Mitch. Mitch is the truth. He's a ride or die friend. I love Mitch. But see, Mitch was like, he was making Benny like kind of like respect his mom. He was kind of like being like the dad figure because Benny's mom had all these questions, and it was just too much. I think I might have to do a part 2. So this is going to be a part 1. You guys got to click on to a part 2 because I don't want them to say this video is too long and all this business. So we're going to do a part 2, and we're going to end up where we got to talk about the shootout and all that stuff. So trust you me, you want to see part 2. I'm going to see you in part 2 in a moment.